Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. This morning I was watching a video on Boyce Watkins' channel entitled Can Black Men Love Black Women and Date Other Races of Women? Part 2. I will include a link to that video in the description box so that you can watch it for yourself. But I think that it's important that before we begin this discussion, we need to define love. According to Webster's dictionary, love is defined as strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personal ties. Attraction based on sexual desire, affection and tenderness felt by lovers. Affection based on admiration, benevolence, and common interests. An assurance of love, warm attachment, enthusiasm, or devotion. Devotion. The object of attachment, devotion, or admiration. A term of endearment. Devotion. That's a key word in love. So let's talk about this for a second. I don't think a black man can truly love black women if he's dating or marrying women that are non-black. First of all, if someone loves black women, then they are naturally attracted to black women. They naturally gravitate towards black women. They naturally have an affection towards black women, an admiration for black women, an unselfish loyalty to black women, and they are devoted to black women. And men as pursuers, we're the ones who pursue. If someone truly loves a black woman, they will pursue a black woman. They won't try to pursue women of other races. Now, loving a black woman is not just about like having some sexual desires for any female form or just having desires for any woman. Loving a black woman is when you are directed towards the black woman. You naturally gravitate towards the black woman. You are naturally attracted to a black woman. No one has to make you date a black woman. No one has to lecture you about seeking out black women. You naturally gravitate towards black women, just like how we gravitate towards the earth. That's what love looks like. That's what true love is about. When you love someone, you don't have the need to look for anybody else when you truly love them. Now, in the video, one of the guests on the video was going through all these mental gymnastics to try to justify dating and marrying an Asian woman while at the same time professing to love black women. He cited all these examples of African American celebrities who dated and married white women. He cited examples of actors, dancers, activists, etc. that dated white women to suggest that, hey, these people dated white women or married white women, but they still had love for black people. He cited many people who were involved with the civil rights movement as an example. He cited, for instance, Thurgood Marshall, one of the key attorneys who brought the Brown versus the Board of Education case and who later went on to become a Supreme Court justice and someone who has been instrumental in the civil rights movement. He cited that brother as an example of someone who has done great things for black people, as someone who supposedly has love for black people, but yet this person married an Asian woman. He uses that as an example to say, well, hey, you can marry and date whoever you want and still love black women and black people. It's important to make a distinction between having a genuine love for your people and your women and being involved in the civil rights movement, because the two are not necessarily the same. Many of the people who fought in the civil rights movement, they were fighting for integration. They were fighting for the right to assimilate into that white man's society. That's what they were fighting for. Many of these people literally wanted to be white. They wanted to be treated like white people. They wanted to go to the white man's schools. They wanted to eat at the white man's restaurants. They wanted to date and marry the white man's woman. They just wanted to be honorary white people. It had nothing to do with black pride. It had nothing to do with a love for black people. It had everything to do with a desire for acceptance, a desire for the dominant society to embrace and accept them. So that desire to be one with the white man is not the same as the desire to love black people or to love black women. So the fact that somebody is an integrationist and they fought for civil rights, that doesn't mean they love black people. That doesn't mean that they love black women. So that alone doesn't make the argument or support the argument that somebody can marry and date outside of their race and still love black women.